All right, welcome back to Exploration Place. We have another fantastic contest today between two of our wonderful educators, all because of our STEM Challenge Face-Off. This week is the tall tower build, and for you folks at home, the deadline is tonight at 11:59 p.m. So you want to make sure that you get your tower built. Again, all of that challenge information is on our website. I'll be updating some of it here just in a little bit. But for today, we are taking it up a notch, and we are going beyond one piece of cardstock. We are going to our Kiva room here at Exploration Place. Our two educators, we're going to meet them right now. Our first contestant on my left, hailing from the education department, is Jessica. Jessica, do you have a strategy for us today?
To win.
To win?
Yes.
Very strong strategy. I like that a lot. In case those of you out there are wondering, our challenge is actually going to be to build the tallest tower using Kiva planks, integrating into the structure somewhere the red solo cup, but it cannot be on the top of the structure. It has to be integrated into the structure somehow. And on my right, Mr. Patrick. And Mr. Patrick, do you have a strategy for us today?
My strategy is not only to win, but to dominate.
Oh, domination. So we are going to have a pretty good battle. I think we have two very confident contestants this week. Much like last week was kind of they shelled in their own way. This week, we're going to have a planking challenge. All right. So hopefully we're going to have the core for all of this, and we're going to make it happen. So you guys are going to have 10 minutes to build the tallest Kiva plank tower possible. You are going to integrate the red cup into your build at some point, but it cannot be resting on top. And at the end of the challenge, we will measure to see who has the tallest structure. Is everybody in here ready? Do both of my contestants, you guys are ready to go?
Ready.
Fantastic. You both have on your wonderful hard hats. At any time, you'll be using the ladders on either side if you get that tall and your thing doesn't collapse. All right, we're going to go on my mark in 3, 2, 1, begin. All right, folks, we've got a quick start here. Oh, let's see what we've got here. Over here on my left, Jessica is starting. She's going to be starting with a block. It looks like a possible square structure around the cup. All right, she's going 3 deep on each of her sides so far. Oh, and now she's going to mix it up, and she's going to go with a nice structure that is going to work on this. I think it's going to work pretty well for her. There's a lot of stability in this and how she's doing it. You'll notice that she goes off at a 45-degree angle with each of the sides, and having 3 planks next to each other is definitely going to give her a lot of stability, we hope. All right, and over on this side, we've got kind of a complete different look at this. We're going with a triangular, and it's reversing itself every time. So you start with a triangle, then you flip it basically 180 degrees, and the next one. And we can see that Patrick is going with a little bit different style to get his height right off the bat. So he's already working on his 5th layer so far. Jessica is following in. It looks like she's gone down to 2 planks per layer, and she is on her 4th layer right now. So our 2 contestants are definitely working. Now, while this is going on, I want to remind you about the Tall Tower Stay-at-Home STEM Challenge. We've got some instructions for you in case you have not seen the challenge online. You start with 1 sheet of 8.5 by 11 inch cardstock, 5 inches of tape of your choosing, I'm guessing, scissors, and a plastic cup. The challenge rules state the tower cannot be secured to any surface, and the cup may not be secured to the tower. The judging criteria is the judges will consider elements such as creativity, quality of construction, and the use of recycled materials and minimal use of materials. Our first place prize winner will get $50 to our Explorer store. Second place gets a $25 Explorer store gift certificate. And third place is, of course, $15 to our Explorer store when we reopen. All of these are extremely difficult challenges. And of course, you have to build the tall tower that can stand on its own, but still hold a plastic cup. Now, speaking of towers, we've had some stuff happen while we were gone. It looks like we've got the triangle. We are up to 3, 6, 9, 11 layers here with Mr. Patrick. His cup is yet to be integrated into his structure so far. And then over on this side, Jessica has completely covered her cup. It is right down there in the center of the build. And she has now made basically a base, which you can see there, and then gone to the same triangular structure that is happening over on Mr. Patrick's side. I would, of course, never call plagiarism or stealing of an idea, but it does start to look like that might have happened. I'm not sure. Patrick, what are you thinking right now? How do you think your strategy paying off for you?
I think my strategy is doing really well. It's all about symmetry, stability, and just concentrating on getting it as high as I possibly can.
Right, okay, so we're going for height and stability and symmetry. So some of the cobblestones of architecture right there.
Exactly.
And then over on this side, we've got this wonderful structure, starting off with a super solid base down there at the bottom. Miss Jessica, what do you think your strategy has been so far?
Well, you see, I have a strategy that the triangular pattern here is going to be a little too narrow for the cup, so that's why I wanted to start with it and then build upwards so I didn't have to worry about it falling over later.
Gotcha, okay, so you're starting with a stable base and then going on. I noticed that both of you seem to be right-handed, is that correct?
Yes.
That is right. Okay, so you're both building with your right hands, and a lot of times you're using both hands. I noticed Mr. Patrick using both hands to place certain planks here and there, and Miss Jessica, she's only using that second hand really to supply her other hand with the planks. We're right at about 5.5, well now about 5 minutes and 40 seconds left in the challenge, so we're not quite halfway yet. So far we've had a pretty stable build. No real surprises going on. Nobody's really dropped too much, but our height is looking like Jessica has just taken a lead over Patrick. So she is definitely the dark horse here. She has come from behind. She had kind of a slow start getting that base stable built, but once she had that built, she was ready to excel. Mr. Patrick's just kind of got that tortoise thing going for him. He's just slow and steady and going to pull it off. Now, it's important for everybody out there to remember that with 5 minutes left to go, last week we had a nice twist that happened about halfway. Well, actually, we had the twist happen right at the beginning of the contest. And a lot of people said that was really kind of fun to watch. And I was thinking to myself, you know, how fun would it be if we were to maybe have a little twist in the middle of our build here today? And I thought to myself, what could we do? I don't know. We could ask to have the cup moved. We could ask to have the cup integrated in a different way. But then I thought that wouldn't be very nice because somebody built hers so that she can't even access her cup. So what if I was to just say for the next, I don't know, 1 minute you have to build with your offhand? That sounds like a great plan. I like it a lot. So for the next 1 minute, starting in 5 seconds, we're going to go to your offhand. And that starts right about now. All right, so we're going to see how these folks do when we flip it up just a little bit, see if they can dominate with their non-dominant hand, so to speak. Hopefully nobody gets left behind.
Oh, Daniel.
Yeah, well.
That's why we love you.
Yeah, well, you know, you can't always be right-handed. So we're just going to keep going. We've got about 30 seconds left on that part of the challenge right there. And it looks like...
This actually requires a little more concentration.
It does require quite a bit more concentration working with a hand you're
I
not
got
used to.
this.
What's funny is Jessica has gone almost faster with her left hand.
I kind of have. Maybe it was part of my strategy.
It might have been part of her strategy. I will notice that sometimes I have seen her use her left hand doing certain tasks. So I don't know that she actually was right-handed. This could be a... I don't know, this could be an Inigo Montoya sword fight type situation going on here. All right, well, it is time to go back to your right hand.
Right.
So you guys can go back to your dominant hand. We have about 3 minutes and 7 seconds. I'm going to take a look around these structures. I'm starting to notice something happening over here on Jessica's structure. It has a bit of a pizza thing going on to it. It's starting to take off right that direction.
It's okay.
Whereas Patrick's has stayed, as he stated early on, symmetrical and stable. His is almost straight and short. That is another S word we could use for it. He is not even up on the ladder yet. He is still building, but of course he does have a height advantage over his competitor. And over here we are getting up to the point where Jessica has had to ascend the stairway to Kiva greatness. And she's actually now almost taller than I am. Of course, we're starting on a table, so that's not saying a whole lot. Over here, Mr. Patrick still working on approaching my eye level. So we've got 2 minutes and 14 seconds left in the challenge. Mr. Patrick seems very confident that he's going to stay in there and hold it together. Jessica, do you have any words of maybe advice for your competitor of how he might be able to catch you?
If you hit the table, it'll get taller.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, that sounds good. What
Can I
about you, Mr.
also
Patrick?
remind Miss Jessica that I still have not used to use my cup yet?
It's true.
That's right, her cup. Oh my, is maybe the cup gonna come in as the great equalizer?
I think so.
Yeah.
But you can't place it on top.
I know.
I think I see a strategy evolving from this side,
People
right over here
like-
on the right. And I think I see what's gonna happen, and it might be a last minute surprise. Folks, I'm not gonna say anything to give it away, but I'm gonna foreshadow with, I called it. It's true, I called it. I know what's going to happen. And I'll tell you afterwards exactly how that worked. We've got 1 minute and 17 seconds left.
Oh gosh. Look at shaky.
Good plank. Yeah, Miss Jessica's nerves are starting to get to her. She is definitely starting to shake a lot more than she was at the beginning of this. With 1 minute and 2 seconds left, 1 minute, we are down to 1 minute, so we're gonna wanna start making sure that we have everything in place that you want. Oh, Mr. Patrick is pulling to the ladder. All right, he's going up the stairs with 45 seconds left. He better hope that ladder does not move. He almost hit his tower with his bucket. But look at that, he just gained a good solid 5 inches by integrating the cup into his structure. I'm gonna make sure not to bounce their tables here. He is still building on top of the cup. You can see that right there. He's got some height to it. Jessica has now gone high as well. She is going on in with the planks. I don't know about you folks, but it looks like she's going with a Hail Mary with 15 seconds left. 15, oh, plank down, oh, wow, that was close, folks. I was sweating a little bit there. Hopefully my allergies do not kick in right now with 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Hands up. Good. Oh, last second, we saw some devastation on this side of our room. Miss Jessica at the last minute trying to get one more plank in there, and it caused some decimation. Her terrible tower came tumbling down. That's right, folks. I don't think we're gonna have to measure this one because I'm gonna go with an eyesight check. Miss Jessica, you have a great thing here. I wanna go line by line. Your strategy was to bury the cup at the bottom, and then build a nice stable base, and then start for your height. Is that correct? Is that
That's
where
correct.
you were at on that?
Yes.
Okay, so we're gonna get a quick measurement of what's remaining of the tower. Again, mentioning you're gonna have to go over that way just a little bit so I don't touch it. And we are at
3'5".
3'5". All right, 3'5". And over here, this is higher than 3'5" inches. I am gonna go out on a limb and say this is not even close. We're gonna hit the.
4'3" 3/4".
All right, so
11 inches.
11 inches of difference between Patrick. Patrick, our champion today. What do you have to say for yourself? What was the basic, was this your whole idea, was at the end, put the cup on there, gain 5 inches, and then just stack on top of it?
That was exactly my strategy.
And you had that all the way along, didn't you?
Yes.
Yeah, you can tell that he's definitely spent some time in the Kiva room.
I have.
Between camps and Eduventures and all the different things that we do here at Exploration Place, Mr. Patrick has done his time here in the Kiva room and learned some lessons of how to stack a plank. Miss Jessica, I think coming in as a rookie, you might have had a slight disadvantage, not having quite as much experience in here, but believe me, I think everybody at home was rooting for you. And maybe next time we might get to see a rematch down the road sometime. I hope so. But for you folks at home, remember the stay-at-home STEM challenge. We've got the Tall Tower Face-Off happening. Make sure to get your entries into us either on our Facebook page or on our website or by email. Please, by midnight tonight, 11:59 is when those are due, and then we will get you a winner by tomorrow afternoon. Other than that, stay home, stay safe, and thanks for joining us again Today, have a great one, and we will see you when we're back open here at Exploration Place.